So this phone used to belong to my daughter. My daughter and my wife both had this phone, the same phone at the same time. As you can see there, it's a Nokia Lumia 520, and this being my daughter's phone, it wouldn't be complete without a huge crack across the screen. Yeah, she's broke pretty much every phone she's ever owned. So because it had a crack in the screen, we wound up hanging on to this one. Uh, my wife's phone was traded in against her newer phone at the time. So because this one had a crack, we wound up keeping it, and I do have the original box for it here. Yeah, so the first thing we're going to do with this, before I review it, is fit a brand new screen and digitizer to it. I thought because I'm hanging on to this phone, it's in my little small collection of phones we used to own, I thought why not stick a new screen on it. This replacement screen was £8 including shipping, so I thought why not make it as good as it can be. You can't actually feel that crack with your thumbnail or your fingernail. The it does work, but the digitizer sometimes doesn't work, so every now and again there'll be no touch. You have to take the back off, take the battery out, put it back in, and then it works again. So I don't know what's going on there, whether it's a software problem or if this crack is causing a problem. So the Nokia Lumia 520 was an entry-level Windows smartphone. It ran on Windows Phone 8, but was upgradable to Windows Phone 8.1. It was released early in 2013, and by September it had become the world's best-selling Windows device. This includes any other model of Windows Phone, PCs or tablets. By July 2014, the Lumia 520 had 12 million activations, so it was a hugely popular little phone back in its day. Basically the best selling item with Windows on it of that year. It has a 4-inch super sensitive touchscreen with a resolution of 800 by 480. It runs on a Qualcomm MSN 8227 chipset. It has a dual core CPU running at 1 GHz. It has an Adreno 305 GPU and 512 megabytes of RAM. It has an 8 gig internal memory and supports micro SD cards. So a pretty capable little phone for its time, even though it was a budget phone and entry level smartphone. Yeah, uh, pretty beefy specs there, and it still runs really smooth and really nice even in 2020. On the back here you can see it has a single camera, which was pretty standard back then. It doesn't have a front facing camera, just a single lens on the back here. The camera is a 5 megapixel camera, and it is capable of taking video at 720p 30 frames per second. It supports Wi-Fi 802.11, supports Bluetooth 4.0 and USB 2.0. It has a removable battery, which is a 1430 milliamp hour Li-ion battery, and it boasts 360 hours standby time. In the back here, this is where the SIM card goes, and this is your micro SD card slot. The back of it is plastic, and the buttons are actually part of the rear case. There's the buttons are actually recessed into the phone themselves, so you can't really access those until you put the back of the phone on. On the top I have a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the sides we have our volume up and down, your on off button, and a button dedicated for the camera shutter. On the bottom it has a micro USB charging port, which is also used for data transfer, and nothing down the left hand side of the phone at all. There's only a single speaker on this thing, which protrudes from the back, so the sound out of it is quite loud and quite clear, but it's very easily covered with a stray finger. So this is the main desktop for Windows Phone or Windows Mobile. It's very similar to Windows 8 or 8.1. It has all your tiles here, and you can customize this and move your most used apps onto this main desktop here. And if you swipe to the left, it takes you into your main menu where everything is listed. Still runs really smooth, this little phone. I have been unable to connect it to the store to get updates and download extra stuff. I'm not sure if that's because I don't have a SIM card in it, because I have this connected to my home Wi-Fi, but I'm still unable to connect to the store. So whether it's the SIM or if the store just isn't available anymore, I'm not sure. So I do have some games installed here, and it is quite capable of running 3D games and 3D apps. So the camera on this phone isn't bad. The photos look really nice and sharp when you're viewing them on the phone screen, but once you pull them off onto your PC, they're all a bit soft. So I'll give you a couple of examples here. Now, as you can see, the photo looks really nice on the screen there, but once you actually pull that off and look at it on a big screen, yeah, they're not very sharp at all. And seemed the video okay, seemed to get a bit choppy, and at times if you were panning to the left or right, it seemed to drop a lot of frames. So that's the Nokia Lumia 520 from 2013. Very nice little phone, still perfectly usable in this day. Although, like I said, I can't connect to the store, so I'm not even sure if that's still available. And now that I replaced the screen, it's nice, clean condition. Still have the original box, so I just keep this forever.